All right, let's try this again. Amazing. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. All right, can you guys see? Are we good so far? All right. All right, so everybody's saying they think we're good. They think we're good. All right, cool. Let's do this all over again. So we've already unboxed quite a bit of it, but I showed you guys the packaging, showed you guys the back, showed you guys it has Paddy Cut's story on here. Really cool packaging, and it still came with the original packaging. Okay, so now we're gonna pull these bad boys out, and let's see what we're working with. And I gotta say, they feel crazy. The paint is amazing, high quality as hell, guys. This is rubber. I don't know if you guys can see the texture on it, and it's rubber, bro. I am loving these. I am loving them. Let's see what comes inside. We're gonna look at the trimmers a bit more, but let's see what comes inside. All right, and you got obviously your warranty stuff, your instructions manual. What is this? Oh, this is another cam guide. So this is, see that part that attaches to your blade? Sometimes these trimmers get loud, right? The reason why they get loud is because there's so much power in this trimmer, 7,200 RPM, right? That this plastic starts to wear out after a while. So they included an extra cam guide. So when this one wears out, you just replace it with a new one. I'm very, very happy that they included this. They're listening to the barber community. Okay. They give you an extra bottom cap, a black one. I'm keeping the green. Gotta keep the green. So that's cool. I think that's dope. Okay. What's in here? Okay, this is the zero gap tool. They give you a screwdriver, and then, you know, your typical stuff: a brush, a blade cover, and oil. All right. They give you a charger. We don't use those. But yeah, that's what it comes with. But guys, when I tell you, the quality of these are insane. DLC 2.0 blade. Bro. Do we turn them on? Even the button here has a little bit of a rubber texture. Keep in mind they're right next to my microphone, but they sound good. Powerful, beautiful trimmers. Beautiful trimmers. All right. So show how to zero gap. All right, hold on. Yeah, the grip is fire. I've never seen a clipper company do that before. Um, I might destroy this because I don't really use. So you get 2 screwdrivers, but with this one, you don't need to take the blade off. That's what I like about these trimmers. You literally just loosen these blades, the screws right here. Loosen this screw. And then what you do is you put this behind the blade. And then you can move the blade appropriately. But these things are zero gapped. Guys, these things are already zero gap. I'm not moving this blade. I don't know if you guys can see that. But they're definitely already zero gapped. Okay. I'm definitely not all right, cool. Give me 1 second, guys, because we got a guest. But these are zero gapped already. It seems like. I could be wrong. Paddy's gonna have to let us know. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Hopefully this works out well. I'm definitely not. What's going on here? All right. I'm messing with this thing. Trying to make it work. All right. Here we go. Paddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You
No?
can hear
Hold
me?
on. My first time doing this, guys. Can you guys see Paddy on the screen?
Chris, can you hear
Hold
me?
on. Hey, Paddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Hello?
hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Talk now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, can you hear me now?
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Um,
It's like it's like the joke now in the comments.
yeah, it's all good. Let's keep it going, man. So, this is my first time using this software. I think it's dope if I can get it to work, but apparently my internet provider is having issues all day today. I just looked up their status, so it's not 100%. my fault. But here's the trimmer. It's beautiful, bro. The rubber grip is crazy. This is like the most premium trimmer I've ever felt in my hands. But when we were doing the unboxing, I saw that your story was here, and I didn't want to read it. I wanted you to say it since you were gonna be, on board on the live stream. And for those of you guys that don't know, Paddy Cuz is one of my favorite barbers. I messaged him before I think I even had a following on YouTube privately to let him know how much I look up to his work. So definitely had to choose
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
appreciate that.
So what's up, man? Tell us about your story, bro.
So I mean, typical like story. I mean, like how I started. I started when I was like eighth grade, ninth grade, eighth, seventh, eighth grade summer. Um, and I just love I just loved cutting hair. That was like the thing with me. I started on myself, started cutting the neighborhood dudes, um, started cutting other neighborhoods. Philly's called the city of neighborhoods, so like there's just neighborhoods everywhere, like
Mhm.
in the Philadelphia area. So I was just banging out all these different, different high schools in the area, and I ended up going to college. I really didn't think like I was going to be a barber forever. You know what I mean? It was just something that I loved to do. But a couple things happened, and I had to. This is what I had to fall back on. So right before I was doing, this seriously, right before I went to barber school down in Florida, I was delivering pizza, and I was just like I was just depressed. Like it was just a
This
bad
is
time.
before you moved to Florida.
No, I ended up moving out of Philly. I had
Okay.
couple situations in Philly where I just wanted to relocate. And Florida, I heard was the best. You know what I mean? You live in Florida.
Hey, hey.
So I relocated, and I was still not sure like what I wanted to do. And I was delivering pizza, and I was just I was just sick of. I was just depressed. This was like 6 years ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to barber school. So I went in the barber school the next day, signed up, and it was just kept, got on Instagram, started like Instagram really motivated me to do stuff like this. I never thought I would have my own clipper, you know what I mean? But I just tried to put out the best work, bought all these cameras, lenses. Like I'm real big into photography, and I just kept going. I still am going. You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't know if you can see the screen, but I've been putting as you're speaking, I'm putting your work out there. People can see on the screen, and you got to be one of the most detailed and diverse, bro. Like your versatility is insane. Cut every texture of hair, but the blends are just they stand out, bro. They're incredible. So, um, how did it go about you working with Babyliss and leading up to getting your own trimmer? Like for a lot of people who have aspirations of getting their own trimmer, working with a clipper company, how did that work out for you?
So I got on Babyliss. I went to all like I met the people in Babyliss through showing up. So that's like the first thing. Like if people are aspiring to work with a company, or you can't just do it through Instagram. You got to show up. You got to meet the people. You got to they got to see who you are as a person. So that was like the first step. I was just showing up, meeting Dennis, meeting all the top Babyliss people, and a couple months later they called me and asked me to join the team. I was one of the first like 10 people on the team. This is about going on 5 years now. So I put in the work. I've always represented Babyliss the best I could. And about a year and a half ago, Dennis came up to me, Frank, and Los and said, "Hey, we want to do a special trimmer for you guys." And we were like, "Yeah, of course, let's do it." I didn't think it would be this sick.
Bro.
And then we'll get into the details of the trimmer because it's a little different than the regular one.
Yeah.
Because that was a big point for us. Like we wanted our trimmer to be a little bit different than just the regular skeleton.
That was gonna be my next question for you because a lot of people are asking about the details of the trimmer. One of the things I noticed is right out the box, it seems like there's zero gap. Am I wrong? Like was that on purpose or
We definitely wanted to be closer right out of the box. That was
Yeah,
one request we had, because you know every barber that gets a trimmer is going to adjust it anyway. So it would be nice for the barbers just to get it sharp right out of the box.
that seems like a logistic nightmare. Like, are people hand adjusting these trimmers once they're made?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not
It,
sure.
yeah, it would seem like that would be a lot of work to do, but I think that's amazing. So, can you tell us some details? Like, what are the differences between this one and what's already out?
So my main focus, because like you said, like I'm very like details are the most important aspect of me in the cut. Like the lineup, like if you ask me, like I get asked this a lot when I they just like give one takeaway to like the viewers, and when they asked me that, I said the lineup. The lineup needs to be the lineup is what makes the haircut. Like you can have the best fade ever, but if you have a bad lineup, it ruins the whole fade. But if you have a mediocre fade and a great lineup, that is a great haircut. You know what I mean?
Uh,
So the lineup for me, like the outline, that makes the cut. So my biggest thing was, all right, we need to have the best blade on this thing. Like so I really like the black blade, but the graphite was not my favorite blade on the Babyliss clipper. You know
mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the for me, the graphite blade did not slide against the skin as much as I like my trimmer blades to slide. So that was like the biggest point for me. So we put out this new blade. This is no one's ever used this blade besides me, Frank, and Los because we tested it. We
oh,
tested it for. So you got it right there.
yeah,
But we tested this DLC blade for months and months, and it slides against the skin really nice, and it is super sharp. So we gave it the go ahead. So that was my biggest thing was the way the blade cut, like the blade of it.
bro. These things are set perfectly. Like, they're not flush, but they're like right there
Yeah.
where they'll hit. Okay, so the blade was the biggest thing for you guys with this trimmer. Obviously, the rubber is a big deal too. Same power, same battery, or different battery.
Same. Yep. Same power and battery.
Okay, all right. But I can't wait to
But
use
if you
it now.
feel like it feels a little more expensive. It's like I
It,
think the rubber grip, like it makes it like a little bit heavier, but not like too heavy. But it just feels more expensive.
I was telling them it feels it's the most premium feeling trimmer I've ever had in my hands. Like, even the paint, the quality of the paint on it. The rubber is not like a rubber band. It's like it's legit, bro. Like, this is a crazy build. Insane.
No, it was the paint. Like, bro, we've been doing this thing for like because COVID pushed it back even further. But
Yeah.
we've been making these trimmers for almost like 2 years now. So
Man,
for like 6 months, me and Dennis went like we were going back and forth about the color. I was like, nah, that's not the green I want. You know what I mean? I need this certain green. Like, so I was really like, and finally I sent him all these samples, and finally we got it right to like the exact green that I wanted the Paddy Cuts trimmer to be.
man, I can't wait. I can't wait to use them. I can't wait to use them. This is definitely, guys. I'm telling you, this is crazy, crazy. So you guys knew about, like, you guys were working on these when the first influencer sets dropped,
Yep,
and
yep, yeah. We knew we were the next wave. They were supposed to come out in September,
mm,
but obviously COVID, pushed all that back.
yeah,
So I
bro.
think April 1st. I think April 1st they drop.
So you guys got like a competition going on. Who's gonna sell the most trimmers? All the influencers, because you got Los has his, right, and
Yep,
it's Los, you, and Frank, right?
Frank. Yep,
Yeah,
Lowe's got the black and red. Frank got the black and purple.
black and purple. Hey, I'm biased because of green, but these are these
Of
are
course,
these are the best
of
ones.
course. The Tune 45. It's almost matches the Tune 45
Yeah,
green. So
yeah,
it's
for real,
for you.
for real. It's pretty damn close, man. That's dope,
Yeah.
bro. Is there anything else you want to add, or guys, if you want to ask some questions, please do ask some questions. We could answer some questions together. You don't mind, right? You got a little bit of time?
No, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Cool. Let me see if we got some questions here. Yeah, people said that it reminds them of Tomb 45 Green. Yep. Let me see. Oh, what is the price tag on these?
That I think they're going to be 169 or 179.
And
One of the two.
what are the original ones? 150?
One, yeah, yep, 149.
149. So for a little bit more, you're gonna get a more premium trimmer. This thing feels amazing with the rubber grip, and according to Paddy, he's biased, but a better blade.
Trust me, Basio. I would not. I'm not. If it wasn't a good blade, I'd be like Dennis. Do not put that blade on there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like we worked for a long time
it's
to
the
get
one.
this thing. Like it's the one. It's
All
the
right.
one.
I can't. Yo, so I'm gonna my next vlog, I'm gonna test these things. I'm gonna put these through the trial, bro. I can't wait. I'm excited. Paddy says they the ones, guys. All right, let's see if we got more questions. Do you guys recommend zero gapping the Babyliss clipper? Do you zero gap your clipper?
Uh, I zero gap pretty much. So I use 3 trimmers. 2 of them are zero gap. One zero gap to the super max. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like that's just for
gotta be
the
careful.
front and this edge up.
Mm.
The other one's for the back line, which is zero gapped, but not like the super zero gapped. And then I have one for fades. So
Okay.
like right in between like the clipper and the trimmer, I like to have one that's just. But if you're just gonna have one trimmer, I would say zero gap it. Yep.
You travel a lot. You travel with all those tools.
Yeah, I usually bring like 6, so 3 trimmers and 3 clippers.
Okay, cool. Dang, my boy, a scientist behind it. All right. Next question. Would that DLC down the line will this blade down the line be available to put on like the rose golds, silver skeletons? Like, can they buy it separately down the line?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but knowing Babyliss, I'm almost
Yeah.
positive that they're going to offer that
Yeah,
to
I'm pretty
people.
sure if they put all kinds of the type of engineering that they put behind this blade, I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't want it in everybody's hands, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be just on this clipper. So
Okay. Giving you a follow on Instagram, Paddy. What's your Instagram, Paddy?
Paddy_cuts, and I appreciate that one. I just seen that pop up. I
Yep.
can't see the comments, but I'm just going off.
Okay, so I'll make sure that they pop up so that you can see them. Here's one, Patty. Are you big on fantasy football?
Listen, that's my boy that wrote that. You already know, baby. That says back to
Hey,
back. You know what I mean?
hey,
But I didn't win this year, so it's all right.
that's how the Bucks won. Tampa.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy for you. I'm happy
Yeah,
for you.
you Philly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm happy.
Eagles.
Yeah. I cut some of the Kansas City Chiefs players, but
I know
I'm happy. The Bucks deserved one.
that was a crazy ordeal, man, with Kansas City and the Barbers, bro. You guys almost got
Yeah,
banned from the city, bro.
yeah.
uh,
Wasn't me though.
yeah, it wasn't him. Patty let them know straight edge barbershop. I don't know if you know them, but
Yeah, yeah. That's Herb Shop.
her. Oh, okay. Here's a great
Yep.
question.
See, I haven't. So one thing, like I haven't used another clipper in like 5 years, but even before that, I didn't even use Wall. So that I can't answer that question. Wall is one brand I've never really used.
You could have just said Babyliss. Okay, here's a good one. Are they going to be available in the UK?
I believe so. I believe they're definitely trying to get them over there. It all depends on you know. I mean, you know how hard it is to get your products to you got to sell them to different people who sell them and stuff
Yeah,
like that. So
all
I don't
depends on
know.
distributors.
You You
But
could probably answer that better than me, to be
I'm
honest.
certain, man, something like this, guys, distributors would be crazy not to carry it. I'm sure they're probably doing pre-orders of it right now. I would be surprised if they aren't already preparing and shipping pallets to these guys. So, as long as you guys have the supplies for it, it might be one of those things where they don't have enough supplies, enough inventory, and they're only going to stock the U.S. for now. But I'm not sure. But it's dope that Babyliss is open to making that happen. Here's one. How did it take you before you started cutting hair to enjoy life instead of paying bills? How long did it take? Because Paddy was struggling, right? You were struggling before you moved.
Yeah. So okay. Like sometimes I don't like to tell my story, but like I feel like it does help people. Like I've been to the reason I moved out of Philly was because I was addicted to painkillers. So I wasn't enjoying life for a long time. Like I moved to Florida, and then I still was like doing bad down here. Like I was delivering pizza. Like I just was not, I was barely paying my bills. You know what I mean? And I didn't start, to be honest, like me personally, I didn't start enjoying life until like I fully committed to get off any drugs or alcohol. So that's my answer. But as you like, as you progress in your craft, progress, like life does get easier. Like it's just like working at any job. You have to start from the bottom and just keep working your way up. And overall, like it's going to be like the shop is always hard when you start off. When even if you're a new barber that's been cutting for a long time, and you're in a new shop, it's just going to be a grind. So it's not going to be fun. But as you keep going up, it gets better and better.
Bro, I had no idea, man. You was going through those demons, man. That's crazy. And it honestly it makes being a fan of yours even doper, to be honest, because you're a human being like everybody else. You've been through trials and tribulations, and look at you now, bro. That's dope.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. Eloy said it's a deep tooth blade like the graphite. It's just not graphite.
Yeah, so it's a different material. So DLC stands for diamond light coating. So it has a different coating than graphite. And the coating on it, it makes the blade slide against the skin a lot easier. Like that's the biggest thing for me. I didn't really use the graphite blade at all.
Yeah,
Um, but I
it did
love the
catch the
color.
skin a lot more, right? Like,
It catches the skin. Yeah, the
yeah.
graphite would always like, especially down here. You know
Ooh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Down here, like
Oh, I'm
sometimes on the back
hyped.
of the neck.
I'm hyped for these.
So
Yeah.
so they just glide a lot better. They don't really snag or pull. So we were really big on that.
That's sick. Johnny asked, "What part of Florida are you in?"
So I'm down near Fort Lauderdale in a place called Pompano Beach. So it's literally 10 minutes above Fort Lauderdale.
Jacob just wants a shout out. Shout out to Jacob from Stockton, Cali.
What's up,
Uh,
Jacob?
let me see. Man, there's a lot of comments that I've been kind of missing out on. Here we go. Here's a good question. What was the biggest obstacle you guys had when innovating this product?
I mean, the biggest obstacle was not obstacle, but COVID like kind of pushed everything back. But as far as like designing the clipper, the biggest obstacle for me was the color. Like it took a long, like you can ask Dennis, like I was like, nah, I want this color. Like this ain't the right green, Dennis. Like so
Damn, so you were that tedious about it?
for
Dennis was
me,
probably in the background, like throwing punches in the air. Like, no.
yeah,
This
Dennis
is the
punching
10th
air,
try.
swinging his golf club probably at 200 miles an hour in the house. But for me, the biggest obstacle was getting the right color.
Okay, here's a good one. For Babyliss, what's the best budget wireless clipper?
So the best budget wireless clipper is the 673. You remember that clipper, right?
673. Oh, the
It's the
black one.
black. It's
with the
the
chrome and
black
the,
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
I remember those.
that's only like 100 or $120, but that's still one of my favorite clippers these days.
Yeah.
So
I
then
actually like that blade too that it comes with. I don't know if you like it, but I actually liked it.
love it.
Yeah.
And yo, I talked to so this is actually perfect for what we're about to do right now, because I know you got it, because I talked to Dennis right before here and he said we can do a little leak,
We
and
can?
I have it. We can do a little leak.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
boom.
Bro.
This is something that's going to be coming out soon. I don't want to show it too much. A little leak, he said, but look at that blade on there.
Yeah.
Right? That's one of our, and you already know it's fire. So
I used them today, bro, for like 3 haircuts. Fire. Fire.
yeah, so that's the
So
little leak.
that's
That's
why I
the
brought up
that's
that
the
blade because I was thinking about that.
Well, yeah, he said he's like, you and Basio can give a little leak on it tonight.
Yeah, we've been I got the pleasure of like seeing those early prototypes and seeing, the development of those, and it's pretty amazing where they're at right now. They're
Yeah,
fire.
because you're pretty tedious too when it comes to
Yeah.
clippers. Like that's why I know Babyliss sends you, like
Bro,
they send
Dennis,
you
when I give
all
Dennis
the new stuff.
feedback, he'd be like, "For real?" Oh, because
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
honest, man. Some people like that honesty. Some people don't. Some people do. But I can tell you that Babyliss they love the feedback. You know what I mean? They want the
Yeah.
real. There's other companies I've given feedback to, bro, where they're kind of like almost offended by it a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
Of
that's why I
course.
love Babyliss, man. So
Just trying to put out the best product. You know what I mean?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let me see if I got some more. Yeah. So Melvin right here, he's just kind of piggybacking what you were saying about the graphite versus wanting something that's smoother. Um,
Yeah, not the smoothest glide. Yep.
Knock on wood, but the stream's been good now.
Very good.
All right. Oh. When is it coming out? The trimmer.
So I'm pretty sure it's going to be April 1st. I'm pretty sure that's the target date. So about a month.
About a month. Them things gonna sell out, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay,
It's
Jay Blend said, "Paddy, you're a big inspiration for me, bro. Having similar stories and going through some of the same struggles. Much respect. That's why it's amazing to share those stories, bro. Because there's
no, for sure. For
so
sure. And props to you, Jay. Like it's tough, man. Anyone that's been through it, it's not easy. Like it's not an easy way of life until you get your shit together. So yeah, I appreciate that.
tips. I want to hear this from Paddy. Tips for getting more clients. Because Paddy's got some of the most premier clients that you cut everybody, bro. You cut all the celebs and athletes and stuff. Like, how did you build your clientele?
So for me, I mean, there's like, I started off just trying to fill up my chair in the shop. And that came with being out there, like out meeting people, giving them cards. Instagram, like I always tried to like put out my best work on Instagram. My friends would share it, which helped me around my area. Like if you can get the support of your friends to share your stuff, that just reaches a whole nother group of people that are right within the shop. You know what I mean? So my friends definitely put me on. As for celebrities, it took I'm gonna give. So this is a nice gem if you are trying to get the attention of a celebrity. And I didn't realize this until I had some celebrities. But if you're DMing a athlete, celeb, rapper, whoever it is that has a ton of followers, and I can attest to this, all these guys look at their messages, like at some point or another. So obviously they're probably not following you. So you're going to be in the other section where they click on it, and they're scrolling. They're going to be scrolling fast until their attention is caught, and the attention needs to be caught in the first 6 to 8 words, because that's all they see when they're scrolling through. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to get these high end people, you need to, like, it sounds cocky, and I'm not like this in real life, but I'll write like best barber in Florida, in Miami, and put the barber pole, maybe put something like an alarm thing. And Basio, I'm telling you, I've gotten a few NFL stars, like top guys, just by doing that.
That is genius. I just love how you put a disclaimer first. I'm not like this in real life. Yo, but you
Like
have
I
to.
don't.
It's like
It,
YouTube. You got to clickbait. You have to. There's so
yes,
much
exactly.
competition. There's so much noise. There's so much attention grabbing. You got to put it out there. And I'm not like that in real life either. But I'll put those titles because I gotta get your attention with everything that's going on. That's a gem, bro. That's a
Yeah,
gem.
and I will attest it works. However, your page needs to back it up when they go to your page. So
I mean,
that's
I'm
the
showing your
second part.
page right now. They can see on the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but if you type that in my DMs and I click on your page and I see this haircut, this is the one on Travis Kelsey. This is the
Yeah.
like the brush back, the pomp or whatever, bro,
Yep. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
bro. Like, come on, I'm booking you, bro. I'm booking you. Like this is not just talk.
Yes.
Very
So that's the second part. You need to have, I suggest, like, in order to get more clients, you get a nice camera. Like, all these are taken with you don't have to spend $5,000 on a camera, but get something that's going to present your work a little bit better than a phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got the pleasure of being in the Florida chat, so he's always giving gems. You're a Sony guy, right?
Sony. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's a really good question. Does the DLC does that cool the blade as well?
It doesn't, like, I don't like, it doesn't cool the blade, but it doesn't get, like, I have it on. I don't take, like, I actually I do take a little bit on my lineups. Like, I probably take longer than the average person on lineups, just because I want to be so meticulous in that edge up, and it doesn't get hot, so it doesn't stay cold like it is when before you turn it on, but it's not
Yeah.
going to get, like, it's not going to be burning your skin.
Yeah.
But that's a good question.
Isaiah, he's got another question. How was your first cut from a 1 through 10? Your first cut ever?
Zero. You can't even give it a one. Probably probably for my first year, because I started in eighth grade, so we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have, like, all these things where we can learn from now.
Mhm.
So I was just winging it. You know what I mean? Like, and the cuts would come out pretty bad. So I'm surprised I never gave up.
That's true, man. Before YouTube, bro, like I don't know how, like guys were learning how to cut hair, and like for the level that you learned to cut hair, it's impressive, man. Johnny Day had a question. He's moving to Fort Lauderdale soon. He wants some professional advice of how he would like seek a job. How would you go about finding a job if you're new to the area?
Bro, that is a great question, because it took me, like, so I bounced around a few shops until I found the right one for me. Even though I learned a lot from each shop that I was in. That's a big thing. Is, like, I went from, a hood shop to a nicer shop, and then with Herb at the straight edge barber shop. So I learned, like, a lot at each shop. Um, I don't know, like, it's kind of, I feel like maybe Instagram is the best way, like, being able to kind of pick and choose what you can see, but you have to get, like, a referral from someone. So if you can send me a message if you want, I'll give you some shops that I know of in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know every shop,
Mhm.
but what about I mean, you're a shop owner. What would you say?
For me, I think I would do what you said with Instagram. I'd find shops in the area that are actually promoting themselves that aren't stuck in old times, and typically barbershops that are involved with Instagram, they're not so close minded, and they're probably using online booking. They're
Yeah.
probably all about you building your brand. They're probably all about raising prices. What I find a lot of times with barbershops that aren't on social media, they're very old school, walk-ins only. They don't want you to raise your prices because they're scared they're gonna lose all their clients. So I would look on Instagram in that area, look up, Fort Lauderdale Barber, Fort Lauderdale Barbershop, the hashtags, and then I'd go in and I'd sweep. I'd ask them if you could shadow. A lot of shop owners like that. They want you to shadow. They want you to build a relationship with their guys. That's what I would do if I was moving to a new area, regardless if it's Fort Lauderdale or if it's Birmingham, Alabama. So
No, that's great. That's great advice because you're absolutely right. Like you want to get into a shop that you can grow from. Like you don't want to make the mistake of joining a shop where you're not going to grow. Like you're not going to grow and grow and grow. Like you want to be with that shop owner, like you said, is going to help you grow. Make you want to grow.
yeah, and it's unfortunately it's hard to find if you don't do your research. It's gonna be hard to find. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
All right. A lot of people are asking the same question, the 1 through 10 thing. Um, somebody said, "What are Paddy's prices for house calls?"
So I'd have a few different prices. So if it's anywhere like close, if it's anywhere within 30 minutes of me, I charge 250. If it's anywhere above 30 minutes, I charge 350. So and then there's four numbers in for me to fly out and cut someone. So
Ooh, so humble.
but
That's
yeah,
dope.
that's but
How does
yeah,
that
I
feel though, man? To
actually
come from, you know, delivering pizzas to being able to charge phone numbers for your art, bro.
it's I mean, it's
Did you think
like
that would even be
sometimes
possible? You know?
I never thought it would be possible. And sometimes, like even now, like I still don't really believe it, but like it gets to a point like because I've never really been all about money. That's one
Yeah.
thing with like I love cutting hair. I love like especially like after what I've been through, like money's not everything for me. So, but it comes to a point where like I'm not gonna go to Miami unless it's for 350 plus. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to think like just I was delivering pizza 6 years ago, and even 6 years ago, I was charging $12 for a haircut.
Six
So
years ago.
it is pretty wild.
Bro, that's insane. 6 years ago, delivering pizzas. Now he's got his own trimmer with one of the biggest companies in the world, clipper companies in the world, and man, that's dope, bro. Also traveling and cutting a whole bunch of amazing people, but you've earned it, bro. You put in the work. Um, so guys, I think we're gonna end it there. We've answered a whole bunch of questions. Great questions, amazing nuggets, an amazing story. Patty Cuts, always rooting for you, bro. The trimmer is amazing. I can't wait to use it. I'm gonna be asking you some nuggets on how I should prepare these things, oil them and whatever.